There we go. Welcome, welcome everyone. Right, and I'll leave it on where anyone can join in case they're running late. So let's slip onto our mats, making sure that we're nice and comfortable. Let me put my phone on do not disturb. Last thing we need is for someone to message your phone while we're settling ourselves in. All right, so really getting yourself into any comfortable seated position where you can really feel comfortable. So if you need a couple of blocks to sit on, if you need to sit with your legs straight, whatever it is, please go ahead and do so. And then when you're ready, you can allow your eyes to settle. And if you don't like having them closed, you can just peer down towards the mat in front of you, bringing your gaze down to your heart center. Feel that you can kind of release the external environment and that you're drawing yourself inwards. As you draw your awareness inwards, become aware of the physical body and notice the sitting bones rooting and grounding down. Try and allow the weight to settle evenly through both the sitting bones. Allow a sense of weightedness to release down into the legs, down into the earth, grounding you. And then from there, notice how in the inhalation, the more you press down or allow the energies to settle down, there's kind of like a reverse of energy traveling up the spine, springing upwards, and you notice the spine lengthening and the crown of the head growing towards the sky, into the lightness, into the ether. Shoulders soften and relax. Face and the jaw soften. And you notice your breath flowing in. And then very slowly out. The slow, steady rhythm of the breath flowing in. And the breath flowing out. There's nothing to do, there's nowhere to go. Allowing yourself to become present. And as you become present, observe the sound. Take a moment to observe the sounds within the room that you're in. Then allow your attention to move a little further outwards and notice the sounds outside the room that you're currently in. So it might be in the rest of the house, the rest of your building, it might be the sounds outdoors. And see if you can allow your awareness to travel to the furthest sound, furthest apparent sound that you're able to pick up. And what you might notice is that it jumps from one item, one sound to a different one. And with the awareness out there, slowly return the attention back into the room where you're in, back to your body. Noticing how even though there is so much external activity, movement, life happening outside of the space you're in, you're able to, for this moment, Find that stillness, that steadiness, and the stability, and the quietness deep within. Just take a moment to acknowledge that you're able to do that. And from that awareness, bring the palms of your hands together. Get your hands really nice and warm, rubbing them. And then cup your hands over your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And slowly out. And again, rubbing the palms of the hands together. This time, as you cup them over your eyes, look into the darkness. Allow the warmth to penetrate your eyes, gently re-energizing them. Any stress, any tension that you may have picked up throughout the day, feel that you can release that from the eyes. And then blink them a few times, releasing the hands, shaking them out. Okay. Taking it into shoulder circles. Welcome, Pierre. We're going to be focusing on our shoulders and necks this evening. We're just going to start off by doing 3 rounds in one direction, and then we'll move 3 rounds in the opposite direction. Okay. Moving into the neck. As you exhale, draw the chin into the throat, tilting the head down. The back of the neck lengthening. Inhaling, bringing the head back to neutral. Twice more. Working softly and gently, without straining, without pulling, without forcing. Allowing the breath to guide the movement. This time when the chin is tilted down, let it stay there. And on an inhalation, draw the chin along your left collarbone to your left, and then raise the head a little to look over your left shoulder. And then as you exhale, draw the chin along the collarbone back to the center. Other side, inhaling along the right collarbone to the right. Lift the head a little to look over that right shoulder. Exhaling, bringing the chin back along the collarbone back to the center. 2 more rounds to each side. You might find that one side is able to move easily and freely, and you may find that there's a little bit of kind of tightness or pricking in the opposite side. Maybe they're both even. Just noticing, observing, becoming mindful. One last time. This time when the head is in the center, let it stay there. Inhaling, lifting the chin. Take the shoulders right up to your ears. Tilt your head back, and as you tilt your head back, let it stay there. So the shoulders are staying up by your ears. Your head is resting back, and you're just kind of rocking the head a little from side to side, as if you're saying no. So you can feel the top of the shoulders massaging the base of the skull. Should feel quite nice. Back to the center, and as you exhale, release the shoulders down. Moving into the tortoise. So inhaling, feeling that you're sitting nice and tall, and then from there we're going to be reaching the chin forward. And then as you exhale, you're going to draw the chin back, trying to make a nice double chin. Inhaling, reaching the chin forwards. And exhaling back. This time when the chin is forwards, let it stay forward, so the shoulders aren't coming forward. So shoulders stay back, the chin up. You're going to take your bottom teeth and you're going to bite like a tortoise or a turtle would over your top lip. And you can feel that you're getting even more of a stretch through the throat. Biting there a few times, release of the jaw, bring the head back. Lovely. Aren't you lucky that it's only me being recorded doing that? All right, interlocking the fingers, slipping your hands behind your head. Inhale, feel that you can gently draw those elbows back. Exhaling, elbows come towards each other. You're going to draw the chin into the throat. You're going to allow your spine to round and to release down into yourself, softening into yourself. As you inhale, feel that you're able to uncurl, you're lifting up. Feel that you can open up through the sternum. Gently draw the shoulder blades towards each other as the elbows spread and open. You can gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhaling, drawing the chin into the throat. Releasing, allow the weight of the hands to draw the head in towards the chin towards the chest and get down. And then inhaling, lifting, opening. And let's do that once more. Inhaling, opening up. Reaching the arms up as well. Exhale, release. Let's extend the legs out. Just notice which one was in front. Give them a good shake. And then switch over. Whichever leg was in front comes behind. The one that was behind comes out in the front. There we go. Great. All right, we move into the shoulders a little. We're going to start off by taking the left arm behind so that you can bend the elbow. And with that left arm behind, you're going to try and work that hand up between your shoulder blades. And if you can, you're going to grab hold of your elbow and you're going to work it in. If not, you're just going to draw the arm or the wrist across to the other side. So the first option, if it's available to you and it's not uncomfortable, you can bring the hand up between the shoulder blades and just slowly start working that elbow in. If that's not there just yet today, then hold on to your arm and draw the arm across. So we'll stay there for a little while. Breathing into it. Now, as you hold it here, watch that you don't lean your chest forward. Feel that you can lean back into yourself. Work your hip bones and your lower ribs towards each other so that there's a lovely containment in the abdominal area and you're not hyperextending that spine. So you should notice that the abdominals are engaged, holding you stable and steady. And you're working with that left shoulder. Deep, smooth breaths. We're going to tilt the right ear to the right shoulder now and forward. Here, notice how you're opening up through the left side of your neck. Couple of slow, deep breaths. And then head comes to the center, releasing the arms. If you need to rotate, do so. Wiggle if you need to wiggle, shake if you need to shake. And then you do the same thing on the other side. So you can swoop your right arm behind you, bending the elbow and working that hand between the shoulder blades. If it doesn't get there, then hold on to the wrist or your hand and just gently draw that arm across. Otherwise, if it does go between the shoulder blades, you can hold on to the elbow and you're guiding that elbow in towards the center without arching the back. So feel that you can push gently into your arm or your hand. Notice the abdominals engage as you work the hip bones and the lower ribs towards each other to feel that containment. And then when you're ready, you can release that left ear towards the left shoulder. Breathing into the right side of the neck. If it's too intense, then bring your head back to the center. No strain, no effort, just a comfortable stretch. feeling of opening. Wherever you need to create space, feel that you're able to draw your awareness and your breath to that point, to those points. And then inhalation, bring the head back again and release that right arm. Wiggle them out, shake them out, move them. Perfect. Then let's move up into the upper shoulder. So we're going to take that left arm again. We're going to draw that arm up. We're going to bend the elbow and we're gently going to use the right hand to lift the elbow up and to guide it back. And that's all we're doing for now. Same as before, if you tend to pop those ribs forward, you're going to draw the ribs back. You're going to settle into yourself. Notice what's happening with your head. Can you keep the neck in alignment with the spine? Head nice and tall. We take it into opening up through the left arm, the left side of the chin. As you exhale, you need to lean over to the right. As you inhale, bring yourself back to the center. Twice more, exhaling, leaning over to the right, gently squeezing down into the right side. Inhaling back to the center. Last time, as you exhale, leaning over to the right, stay here, hold it, and breathe into it. Slow, smooth, comfortable breaths. Inhaling back to the center, reach both arms up, lengthen, 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 and exhale, releasing the arms down. Same thing on the other side. When you're ready, that right arm lifts up and reach into the fingers. You need to bend the elbow. You need to see if you can work those fingers between the shoulder blades, and then use your left hand to lift that elbow up and to guide it towards the midline of your body, to the center, towards your head and your ear. If you're popping those ribs back, be aware of that and feel that you can draw them back. Hip bones and lower ribs move towards each other. You're welcome to stay nice and tall here. If you feel you need to go a little bit further, as you exhale, you're leaning over to the left. Inhaling back to the center. Super. Exhaling over to the left. This time gently squeezing into the left side of the body. Inhaling back. Last time, this time when you're leaning over, stay here, hold it, breathe into it. Breathing smoothly, comfortably and happily. Notice if you're clenching your feet or your legs, and see if you can relax into them. Again, feel the weight, the apana raya moving down, stabilizing the grounding, lightness in the upper body. Inhaling back to the center, reach both arms up. And as you exhale, release those arms. Right, let's take a little break from working with the arms. We'll give them a little bit of a rest and we'll move into our legs. Sending the legs out in front of you. They get a good shake. Take them a comfortable distance apart and circle. Circling in the other way. Point and flex a couple of times. Okay. And then we'll take it into our hips. So for this one, we're going to take the feet a little wider apart than the hips, nearly mat width apart. You can slip your hands behind you for a little bit of support. As you exhale, you're going to take the knees over to the right side. And you can allow the left buttock to lift off the mat, or you can keep the left buttock on the ground. Inhale back to the center and exhale to the other side. Inhaling to the center and exhaling over. Noticing how that feels in the hips as you do that movement. center, and sit over. I feel like I'm kind of sliding forwards. Once more this time. And I'll do it once more to each side. Back to the center once more. Over to the right. Stay there. Hold. And if you want, you can look over that left shoulder. Otherwise, just keep looking ahead. Notice where there's tightness, resistance, and stiffness. And if you need to move dynamically to release that tightness, do so. Otherwise, just focus on breathing into that area. Inhaling back to the center. Exhaling to the other side. Same here. Might go a little further, might be more comfortable, might be a little tighter. Back. You need to slip back onto your hard block, so you can do so. And bringing the soles of the feet together, moving into our spine, our kind of cat stretch, but with the legs in the diagonal position, holding on to just below the knees, holding on to the shins. Inhale as you lift the sternum, opening up the chest. As you exhale, feel that you can tuck under the tailbone, you're leaning back, you're pulling onto the shins as you draw the chin into the throat. Inhale as you rock forwards, opening the chest. If you want to lift the gaze, you can. And exhale, rounding. Lovely. Continue moving to the rhythm of your breath. As you inhale, you're opening. As you exhale, you're pushing your feet towards each other and you're sending them forwards as you lean back. So there's a release on the inhalation, softness and opening, floating through space. And as you exhale, it's kind of like you're creating a stability, pressing the feet, folding back, leaning back. Inhaling lightness, openness. Exhale, a bit of stability, firmness, resistance. Feeling those two opposing sensations kind of play with the inhalation and the exhalation, with the open movement and the closed movement. And last one. And super. Bring the legs together. Stretch them out for a moment. Maybe give the back of the legs a little bit of a rub. And then taking the right leg out at about 45-degree angle, bring the left foot into the right inner thigh. Now let's see how it goes. If it feels comfortable, you're going to bend that right knee so that foot comes behind you. Kind of see my toes in the back. And feel that you're able to sit fairly stably here, nice and comfortably. Sitting nice and tall. We're going to turn towards the short leg, so the left leg, if that's the one that is bent in towards the right thigh. You need to place the hands into either side of that leg. Inhale as you lift the sternum. Exhale as if you're trying to bring the chest in the direction of your thigh. And if it goes all the way down, go all the way down. Inhaling as you come up. And exhaling as you tilt forward. You're trying to keep your right buttock back, so you don't want to lift the buttocks to come up. You want to keep pressing the buttock down to the mat. We still have that downward movement of that grounding energy, that Pranavaya moving down, stabilizing up. As we come up and exhaling. Inhaling, coming up again, lovely. This time you're going to rotate to face over the opposite leg. We're going to do a mild little twister. So you inhale, you're lengthening. As you exhale, you're using the fingertips just to support you as you gently twist towards the right. And you may want to look over your right shoulder. You hold it there, you keep breathing. Feeling that you're able to sit nice and tall. Smooth, comfortable, easy breath. Inhaling back to the center. Then from there on an exhalation, walking your hands forward. Keep pressing as much as you're coming forward, you're kind of pressing the weight back again. And you may just want to stay on the palms of your hand. You may want to release down into the forearm. You may want to come all the way flat. Just watch that you don't lift the buttocks up to come forward. Look around, down through the sitting bone. Two more smooth, easy breaths here. Releasing, softening, wherever there's resistance. It might be an ankle, it might be a hip. Wherever there's resistance, feel that you can breathe into it, and that you can release, and that you can soften and soften and soften more. And then eventually you're coming back up again. Until all the way up. You need to release that right leg. Bring it all the way through the front. Extend the left leg out and give them both shape. So be nice and tall. Take a moment to observe how the right leg feels compared to the left, how the right side feels compared to the left. Noticing there is a difference. Already, you're going to take your left leg up to about a 45-degree angle. Not much. Bring that right foot into the left inner thigh. And then from there, you're going to bend the knee and place the foot wherever you feel comfortable. It might be flat, it might be at an angle. Okay. Feel that you're able to sink comfortably down through both sitting bones. This time we're going to rotate so that you're facing over that right knee. Hands on either side of the knee. Inhale as you lift. As you exhale, keep yourself nicely grounded and tilting forward. And inhaling, coming up. So now see again how you're opening up through the left side of the leg. Once more. If you're just staying here for a breath or two, that feels quite comfortable. Feel like I could stay here all night. Inhaling, coming back up again. And bring the hands into either side of that left leg. Inhale, sitting nice and tall. And as you exhale, you can twist towards the left. You can look over that left shoulder and hold it here. Feeling easily and comfortably. No strain, no force. And again, back to the center. On an exhalation, you can fold forward. Let it settle that weight back and down. If you want to release down onto the elbows, go ahead and do so. If you want to stretch your arms out, breathe into wherever there's a little bit of resistance and tightness. If you feel that you're allowing your weight to come forward, mentally, physically, just think of drawing that weight back again. Drawing the navel in the direction of the spine. That you can lengthen a little bit more through the neck. That you're able to soften into the face. You can feel a sense of expansion in your chest. And again, with the inhalation, lifting yourself up, walking your hands towards you. If you do need to lean back for a moment, go ahead and do so. You're going to release that left leg, bringing it around the front, release the right, give them both a good shake. And straight into Dandasana. The staff pose, press through the heels, spread the toes. Feel that you can draw the kneecaps up, engaging the knees for a moment. And let's come down onto our backs. If you would like to place a soft pillow under your head, you can do so. As you come down onto the mat, maybe start off with a few pelvic tilts, making sure that the pelvis is comfortable and happy here. Been spending that whole day in the car, so I can feel that my back is very happy to be on the ground. So if you've been at a desk or you've been hiking, your body's probably also quite happy just to be fully connected to the earth. All right, the arms are going to come down alongside the body. We're going to lift the heels off the mat, take a breath in. As you exhale, lift the toes off the mat. Both toes come off the mat at the same time. Bring the knees in towards you and a few rounds of your Gomukhasana. Inhale as you straighten the arms. Exhale as you bend your elbows. Two more rounds. And then release. The arms stay down alongside the body. As you inhale, you're going to extend the legs up to the side. As you exhale, bring your knees. That a few more times. Inhale as you extend through the back of the leg. Exhale as you bend the knees. Nice, comfortable, dynamic movement. Last time. This time when the legs are up, we're going to let them stay there. We're going to point the toes so that we allow the blood, the lymph, the energy to just reverse the flow. In other words, allowing it to all flow more easily down and to the direction of the foot. Let's even take the feet of the legs apart and let's rotate the feet. A little bit of movement going. Let's rotate them the other way. Paddle the feet. Make sure that the shoulders, the face and the jaw are relaxed. If you find that you're starting to strain, bend your knees to your chest, hug them and then send the legs up again. Or you can always slip your hands underneath your buttocks if you need a little bit of support. And bring the legs together again, close your eyes. 3 more slow breaths here. The weight of the physical body that's in contact with the ground is sinking down into the earth. And there's a sense of lightness moving up through the legs towards the sky. You literally should just be able to hang out here without any issues. Like the legs are being suspended from the ceiling. Smooth, steady. Bend the knees to the chest. Give them a good squeeze. Right, let's move into the bull's horns. I think that's what it's called. We haven't done it in quite a while, so let's see how it goes. We're going to cross the right thigh over the left. So we're going to give those legs a good cross. And it's kind of as if you're trying to draw your knees apart. You're trying to bring the left leg knee towards the right and the right leg thigh towards the left. All right, the feet are going to be relaxed and you're going to send them out to the sides. Your hands, you're going to see if you can slide them down your shins towards the ankles or the sides of the feet, whatever you can reach comfortably. And if you can't, you just hold on to the shins instead. And then from there, you're going to allow the weight again of the body to release the pelvis down towards the mat. As you very, very gently start to lift the feet and draw them towards you. So feel that you can draw the navel towards the spine. You might find that actually the kind of tailbone curls under, the buttocks lifts up and so on. And it's not going to be like an hourly painful stretch. It's just going to be a comfortable stretch, just to where it works for you. So the back of the neck lengthening, shoulders relaxing. Super. And notice which leg's in front, should be the right. Send both legs up. You need to get in a little bit of a tremble or a shake, do so. And then cross your left thigh over your right, bend the knees, slide the hands down towards your feet, lift the feet, and draw them towards you. Oh, I can definitely feel that the side is a little tighter. Must be all the clutch work on that left side. And I say that and I drive an automatic. So that has got nothing to do with anything. Breathing comfortably and easily. Shoulders releasing into the mat. Smooth, steady breath. Gently release. Oh, extend those legs up. Rotate the feet. Paddle in. There we go. Super. And then from here, we're going to swing ourselves up. Or you roll onto your right side and you come up slowly. And then we're going to take it into our Gomukhasana, our cow face. So if you would like to sit on a little bit of a raise, you can do so. If you don't, if you're not needing it, then that is fine. So let's start with the legs out in front in Dandasana. Let's bring everything into neutral alignment first. Sitting nice and tall. Closing the eyes for a moment, preparing the body and the mind. Remember that you can do any adaptations, any variations that you feel might be more comfortable. So we're going to do the classic version if that works. Let's bend the knees a little. Let's slide the right leg underneath the left. We need to bring that right leg, the right foot to the outside of the left buttock. And let's bring that left leg across to the right side. You might want to lift up a little, and if you can, you're getting the knees in line. If it's really uncomfortable for the hips or the knees, then either extend the bottom leg out again and work with just the top leg bend, or extend both legs out. Right, classic version means we're going to be using same arm up as legging up. So we're going to take the right arm behind us. We need to bend the elbow. And we're going to guide that hand up between the shoulder blades again. So we're getting that arm comfortable. If you feel the need to rub it a little, go ahead. And then when you're ready, inhale. Bring that left arm up, reach into the left fingertips. So as you exhale, bend your elbows. See if you can clasp your fingers. If not to worry, just grab hold of your shirt, or if you've got a strap nearby, you can use a strap. As we did before, watch that you don't pop those lower ribs forwards. Feel that you can just gently work the lower ribs and the hip bones towards each other. So you're sinking back and down. Gently engaging the abdominals. See if that left elbow is popping out to the side, can you comfortably start to work it towards the center, towards your ear, towards your head, and then can you start to work it back without adjusting what you're doing in the spine. So if you can't and the elbow needs to be out there, but your spine is in neutral, that's absolutely fine. So the spine is the main thing. That's what we want to keep in neutral. From there, we'll eventually work the shoulders, the hips, whatever other part of the body needs adjusting, will eventually kind of move to where it's going. You need to see if you can relax into the top of your shoulders as well. You need to see if you can relax your feet. So maybe just wiggle your toes, the ears of your cow face, to make sure that they are relaxed. And for those who are feeling super relaxed and super comfortable and want to go further, you're going to allow your torso to move in the direction of your top knee. I'm going to stay upright today. I do not feel like going forwards, but for those who would like to go forwards, go ahead. If you're going forwards, you're working the abdomen towards the thigh, chest towards the knee. Reach and parallel to the ground. Also always tend to drop my head forwards, coming that head lifted. Another breath or two here. Reaching both arms up. Exhale, letting go. From there, releasing that left leg, releasing the right leg. Do the same thing on the other side. So then this time we'll take the left foot onto the outside of the right buttock. Feel that you can bring that knee to the center line and allow your right leg to come on top of the left. Sitting comfortably between the 2 feet. If it's not working for a knee or the hips or something, then stretch that bottom leg out in front. My left leg is, the hip is not happy today, so I'm going to stretch that leg out in front. All right, that's feeling more comfortable. Right. The left arm swoops behind you when you're ready. You're going to bend the elbow and you're going to try and work that hand between the shoulder blades again, or wherever it reaches. Once you've got that arm into where it's meant to be, you're going to inhale that right arm. And as you exhale, bend your elbow and you can see if you can try and clasp your fingers into work this right elbow up, backwards without compensating in the spine. Watch that you don't overarch, making sure that you're comfortable, chin parallel to the ground, staying here, holding it, breathing easily, slow and steady. Always making any changes, any adaptations that you feel you need to, so that there's no discomfort within the body or a part of the body. You want to be able to feel that you can breathe smoothly and evenly into all areas, and that you're just creating space where there may be a little bit of tightness. But if something is really aching and really painful, then it's really, really difficult to relax into the posture and to gain the full benefits of it. Just keeping that in mind. Another breath or two here. And you feel you've held it for the same amount of time on both sides. You're going to then release the arms. You can reach them both up. As you exhale, you can let go. That right leg and the left. Give them a good shake. And if you feel you need to lean back, you lean back. Otherwise, take it into any variation of Paschimottanasana that you feel comfortable with. If you feel you'd like to kind of stretch the arms a little, so you can grab hold of the feet. Feel that you can bring the abdomen into the thighs. Bringing your body back into alignment, back into towards a neutral, at least a balanced position on the right and the left. After having done something asymmetrical, bringing ourselves back into symmetry. From there, when you're ready, inhaling. If you need to lean back for a moment, you can do so. So before we go into our relaxation for today, we need to do just a little short pranayama practice. We need to take it into the dandelion breath. We need to do just 6 rounds. Remember, with the dandelion breath, you're inhaling through the nose, and then it's short, sharp puffs out through the mouth, going. The shoulders are relaxed, so you're not doing any movement with the shoulders, and it's just a very slight abdominal contraction, a little bit of kind of flattering with the diaphragm in the abdomen. So we inhale smoothly, and then it's short, sharp puffs out, however many you need to do, and then we inhale again, and then we do it again. So we're going to do that 6 times together in your own time when you're breathing in. Remember that you're not inhaling between the puffs. If you'd like to do one more, you can. Natural breath to return. It's a lovely practice to do, especially if there's been a little bit of tightness or stagnation in the chest for those who maybe suffer a bit from asthma, especially in this changing season where there are a lot of changes, just to start bringing a bit of strength into the chest in a very gentle way, getting the diaphragm moving. Lovely, lovely practice. Super, guys. Right, let's get comfortable for relaxation. So in jerseys, you need to get on, do that. If you need a blanket, grab a blanket, bolster, eye bag, anything that you need. If you want to turn your lights down or off, you can do that. As long as you are comfortable. Let's have a quick sip. And then when you are comfortable, you need to start off by allowing your head to loll a little from side to side, releasing any tension from the neck. And then you're going to bring your head back to the center. Make tight fists of your hands, reach your hands down towards your feet, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax and release, soft arms, soft hands, relaxed fingers. Flexing through the feet, tighten your thighs, tighten your buttocks, squeeze as much as you feel necessary. And then as you exhale, relax and release. Inhale deeply, allow your belly to rise. And sigh the air out. And again, a nice deep breath in. And out. Last time, breathing in deeply, breathing in fully, allow your whole body to expand. And exhale, in the state of relaxation, allow your body, feel the sense of weight. So as you inhale, breathe down into your toes and your feet. As you exhale, allow your feet to feel heavy. Inhale into your lower legs, so your shins and your calves. As you exhale, imagine weight of the legs moving into the shins, into the calves, relaxing. Inhale into your upper legs and your knees. And as you exhale, upper legs and knees relax, feeling heavy. Inhaling into the hips and the pelvis. And as you exhale, relax. Soft hips. Soft pelvis, but with a weighted feeling. Inhaling, traveling the awareness up the full length of the spine, and as you exhale, allow your back to release back and down into the mat. Relax the abdomen, relax the chest. Imagine that there is a weight in the torso, and that weight is releasing you heavily into the earth. Breathe into your shoulders, your shoulder blades, your collarbone. As you exhale, feel a weight sinking back into the earth. Do the same with the arms. As you breathe into your upper arms, the upper arms feel heavy. The elbows feel heavy. The lower arms feel heavy. Even your wrists and your hands. Take a moment to feel a sense of weight in the hand and then being drawn down. Now into the face in your head and feel the weight of your head releasing back into your pillow or into your mat. Your whole physical body feeling weighted. It's got a lovely feeling of being grounded. That earth element, that sense of stability. And with that feeling of groundedness, notice the opposing feeling of lightness. So the more you're able to relax back into the ground beneath you, the more lighter you begin to feel. Feeling a sense of lightness, not just in the physical body, but in the mind and in the emotions. And just release that feeling of weightedness. Release all sensations, release all feelings, and in a space of complete stillness, inner stillness, outer stillness. And with that stillness, notice how much space there is. Space within you, space around you. How much time you have. you slowly start to breathe a little more deeply, so that you notice the rise and the fall of your chest. You allow the thumbs to nibble on your fingertips, waking up your hand, and you wiggle your toes, waking up your feet. When you really stretch your arms out behind, yawning if you want to, stretching diagonally through the body, right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg, arms one way, legs the other. Take a nice deep breath in, and then letting go. When you're ready, hug your knees to your chest, give them a good squeeze. If you need to rock from side to side, go ahead and do so. Eventually, just roll all the way onto your right side. When you're ready, take a breath or two here. And if you want to stay there a little longer, you can. Otherwise, place your left hand in front of your chest. Push yourself all the way up into a seated position. As you come up into a seated position, you can bring your hands into Anjali Mudra at your heart center. And as usual, ending off by taking a moment to think of 3 things that you're grateful for today. And with those 3 things that you're grateful for, draw the chin into the throat, tilt the head down. Take a moment to really acknowledge the amazing, inspiring human being that you are. Take a full, smooth breath in. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and you can then slowly lift your gaze. And namaste. Thank you so much for being here, everyone.